All right, everybody, welcome.
Oh, Jenks, you owe me a beer.
Okay, you can have that one. What's up, everybody?
I fucked up on this one, guys.
This is the Sports Brew
This is
with
a rookie pour right here.
Sports Brew with
What's my name?
Athena.
Drunk in the store.
With Panos and Mike, and we're coming to you live again, recordingly from downtown Dayland. Panos, this is a good beer. You don't know how to pour. Can we cheers? Right? I've been wanting to try this beer for quite some time. Panos told me about this beer.
Hairs is in my beer.
Panos told me about this beer a couple of months ago, and now here it is.
The brewery.
Yeah. Panos, take it away.
Okay, so this is Athena by Creature Comforts. In case you don't know, I am Greek.
It's a sour.
It's a burn of ice. It's a sour, which Mike does not like sours.
Ooh, baby.
Do you like it or no? He doesn't like sours. Guys, don't listen to him. If you're interested in trying new beers, everybody likes what they like, so it's nothing wrong with not liking sours. But
I need a beer after this.
anyways, so it's a burn of ice. I'm not actually really sure because I don't sell this particular beer. All the other beers that we've had, I sell.
Except for Fort Myers Brewery.
Except that one. That's what I was going to say. It's very tart. It smells tart. Yeah, German style tart wheat ale. Ooh, it's a wheat ale. Dude, this thing looks delicious. Let's find out.
It's gently tart, effervescent, ambrosia. Drink, crush, and recycle.
Yo, this is good.
So, Creature Comforts from Athens, Georgia. Thank you to Michelle for bringing me this beer.
Shout out, Michelle.
Every time Michelle comes down,
The coolest Dynasty member.
every time she comes down from Georgia, she hooks it up with some beer from the area. So, thank you to her.
Brief story with the brewery. I was under the impression that someone told me that Marvel bought into it. That's not the case. This specific beer actually shows up in Avengers Endgame, I believe, or Infinity War. I think it was, it's actually Endgame. No, Infinity War, because Thor is drinking this. It's in both movies. This specific one is in Infinity War. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Thor is actually seen drinking this beer and having snacks when, oh no, it was in Endgame. It's at the beginning of the movie.
It's in both of them. It's in Endgame when Thor has lost himself and he's fat and he's drinking a lot of beer. He's at the table.
No, but it's also at the beginning when Captain Marvel comes in and they're all talking at the
Yes,
place.
and he's sitting with
He's
the beer.
drinking this one, Athena, and then he has another one, Tropicalia IPA.
Rocket
gives it to him. It's an IPA.
bribes
It's
him,
their most
like,
popular.
I'll give you a beer if you do this one favor for me.
Yeah, so pretty much, it's got a lot of features in Marvel. It was like their beer of choice, their brewery of choice, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And it's a really damn good sour.
After the initial taste of sour, you can actually get into it. I can get into it. Good thing I have the powers of not being able to taste. So I can always just not taste and drink it like a beer.
Like by choice, you cannot taste. Like you
Yeah.
can drink something and
I can eat something.
and shut down your taste buds.
Yeah.
So if I fed you poop right now, you wouldn't taste it.
No, I mean, I wouldn't want to, but
I mean, but it's theoretically.
like back in
You
the
can make money that way,
You
dude.
know, back in the day, like when my aunt used to bribe me, like, oh, if you eat this blood sausage that she was cooking, I will let you take the car. Back when I was like 16, like 15, I had a car at 16. So I would be like, okay, so I would eat it and I had to chew it. I couldn't just swallow it. I had to chew it, but my powers of blocking taste
You can make money. Imagine, bro, be like, hey, yo, $100, I'll eat this piece of poop. That's $100. Imagine if you did it with 1,000. Dude, you'd be a millionaire. Or at least 1,000.
So it's not bad. It's pretty good tasting once you get past the sour, or like you're like me and you can just block it. So good stuff.
All right, so let's go into football.
Negative. We're going to talk about something more important. It is
Football.
No, it is Goku's birthday.
That is more important. God, you're a better father than I am. My dog, Goku, today turns 2. Yes, Goku, the Super Saiyan. He is a Super Saiyan dog, husky. He's a beautiful dog. Look at this. Let's see right here.
You should just post it on.
No, I don't even care. I don't even care. You know what? Forget it. There, he's the black one.
You just gotta.
Maybe I'm down to 2 teams, Dolphins and Chiefs. Oh, crap. Breaking news.
It will be breaking once this is posted.
Well, it's breaking right now.
What time is it? It's time. Don't worry. Anyway.
Happy birthday, Goku. Turn 2. Love you very much. Best husky in the planet. Also me as my other husky. She's a second. They're both tied. Best male husky, the best female husky.
There you go.
Good save. All right, let's go to football.
You mentioned something. You mentioned Le'Veon Bell.
Okay, well, that's actually where we're going to start our conversations today.
I know.
So, as many of you may know, Le'Veon was released in the middle of Tuesday's game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally smacked up in the middle. The Jets released him. They were trying to find a trade suitor for him, and no one wanted to trade for him because they're like, bro, we're not going to pay a running back that much money, to be completely honest. So they bit the bullet. They owe him, I believe, $6 million this year and like $15 next year or something like that.
Yeah. But he's already been paid.
He's already been paid. So
Guaranteed.
I would believe at this point he's looking to win. So he narrowed it down to 3 teams prior to the update that you saw.
Live.
It was the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Dolphins. And now it's between the Dolphins and the Chiefs. I mean, I can make an argument for both. Dolphins, it would be good. It would be great to have him. We're not really a win-now team, but he has a home here. It would be more convenient. So if it were me, I would pick the Dolphins because I like Dolphins. But if it were me as a player, I'd probably go Chiefs because it's a much higher chance they're going to get to the Super Bowl and win one, right? As opposed to the Dolphins where it's unlikely. But if it ends up being like, because I don't really know how the contract situation works. I don't know if the Dolphins can offer him like a 2-year deal, and the Jets are still paying him for 2 years, and then we just have to pay him peanuts for 2 years. Maybe that's possible. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll find out. Maybe it happens.
So what I would do in this situation, if I was Le'Veon, I had told you earlier, if I was his agent, I would advise him to, now that he's getting paid by the Jets, I would take this year to go win a championship. I would
100%.
sign with the Kansas City
with you
Chiefs.
100%.
I would try to get the closest possible to winning a championship. Sign that 1-year minimum deal with Kansas City. You're still getting paid by the Jets. You're only 27, 28 years old. The following year, next year, I would sign with a team where I know I'm the lead back. I would go out and prove myself, show them that Le'Veon Bell, and I am Le'Veon Bell, and bring respect back to my name, showing everybody I am the shit. That's what I would do. That's what I would advise if I was Le'Veon's agent, or just somebody in his corner, like his friend. Yo, dude, sign with the Chiefs for 1 year minimum, win a Super Bowl, and then now go somewhere else for that 3-year deal and play ball. That's what I would do. So now it's either the Kansas City Chiefs or the Dolphins. I can see him in a Dolphins jersey, 100%. But I think he's going to Kansas City.
And like I said, I think everything that you said, I believe, I agree with 100%. I do think it's just smarter from a football standpoint to go to the Chiefs. Dude, you can possibly win a Super Bowl this year. I mean, a lot of people don't get that opportunity, man. It's not, perfect example, we're going to use the Dolphins as an example. Dan Marino is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He never won a Super Bowl. Went to one.
At least he played in one.
He played in one, but he never won a Super Bowl, and it is what it is. It's a very difficult sport to win. All sports are difficult to win. Football is one of the most difficult ones. You don't see many teams, aside from the freaking Patriots, winning, and the Cowboys in the early 90s, winning a lot of Super Bowls like back-to-back, or even making it to the Super Bowl back-to-back. It's tough.
It's hard.
So yeah, we'll see. Moving forward, we're going to talk about some COVID stuff, good, both bad and good. I'll start with the bad. Falcons, no positive test.
Wait. I don't know what the good is, so you're leaving me with the good.
Then I'll do both.
Can I start off with the bad?
Start off with the bad.
I don't know the good COVID. I don't have it there written down. So the bad COVID news is, as he was saying, as he drinks his sour beer. Falcons got hit with some COVID positives today, and because of that, they canceled practices in the facilities and all that stuff. Remember, this is, I don't know if this is touching to your good news, but this is not something. Oh my God! Viewer discretion advised. So,
go, bro. Why do you always get distracted?
you cracked your neck next to me.
I'd break it. I'd be dead if I did.
I'd be freaking out on TV, and I'd be like, anyways, back to what I was saying. Bad news for the Falcons. Good stuff for Cam Newton. Okay, got it. Falcons canceled the practice. I don't think the game is in jeopardy between the Vikings and the Falcons.
It isn't as of yet.
Yeah, I don't think it will be. Tomorrow there are some more test results. If like 5 more get COVID, then okay.
Or even one gets COVID. The problem was this wasn't an actual player that got COVID. It was someone in the personnel. So it's not as serious. I don't even know if it's someone that's directly with the players.
I think it was a defensive tackle.
No. A defensive tackle got added yesterday to the list.
Oh, okay.
But the positive test that came in today was from
Okay, cool.
personnel.
So good news.
And they also, I believe, they took off their original cornerback, that I think the first round pick or their second round pick that was originally.
AJ Terrell.
Yes, but the first person that got it.
Like week 2.
Exactly. He's been taken off the COVID list. Good news, which he realized in the middle of the bad news, was Cam is back.
And he was really there.
But it didn't say good news apparently. He's back. He's gonna be playing against the Broncos.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Some bad news actually now for the Broncos, not regarding COVID. So Melvin Gordon got arrested and charged for a DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol, I would assume. So he hasn't been suspended by the league. I saw today he was reactivated in fantasy because they didn't give him any activation. They deactivated him. I think it was questionable. He's now active. I was listening to Fantasy Football Now, great show, and Stefani Bell says it's very possible that he'll be active for the game, but he may not even play as a form of punishment. So for all you Melvin Gordon owners, Juan, in our league, if you haven't, or me in my league, proceed with caution. It's very possible he'll be active. He'll dress out, everything, and he will not even touch the field.
Yeah.
Or he may touch the field in a limited capacity, as opposed to, they're very upset. The Broncos, that is.
In other news, 425, we have a game between 2 future Hall of Fame quarterbacks. We have, on one side, Tom Brady versus
Aaron Rodgers.
That's going to be a good game. It's exciting. People for many years have been wanting to see these two square off in the Super Bowl, as like they wanted LeBron and Kobe. Packers and Patriots just never met. But nonetheless,
now it's impossible for them to square off in the Super Bowl. They would have to face off each other in the championship.
Right. You have the Buccaneers going far this year, right?
I did. And I still do. I mean, it's not over.
What do you mean you did? You have them in your projections, top 7.
Yeah, I did.
I don't have the Bucks going.
I said I did, and I still do.
Wham. Anyway, so it's going to be a good game. It should be quite a show. We'll talk a little bit more about that later when we talk about our fantasy insights. People that you could be filling in for the bye week players.
Since now the bye weeks are getting heavier. This is actually the 3rd week of bye weeks, mainly because of obviously official, yeah. Because the first week was the COVID one.
Yeah.
Last week was technically supposed to be the first one. Mm-hmm. So some bye week fillers in case you have like Russell Wilson is on bye.
Who do you pick up?
Drew Brees is on bye. My number 1 pickup, which at this point I don't even know if he should be a bye week filler. He could be a viable starter. It's Ryan Tannehill. It really hurts me to say this because it seems like anybody that comes to play for Miami, the moment they leave is a stud. Except Caleb Balaj. Besides the point. Anyways, Ryan Tannehill, since he's took over the starting job for the Titans, is the number 3 scoring fantasy quarterback. The only 2 people above him, I believe, are Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott in that same window. Played really great on Tuesday night. I think he had 2 touchdown passes, 1 touchdown run, had I think like 40 yards of rushing as well. He never used to want to go out of the pocket here, but apparently over there he's Lamar Jackson. Whatever.
Good for Tannehill.
I don't hate him. I'm happy for him.
I also like Stafford against Jacksonville. Jacksonville has a porous, a young secondary.
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're just okay. They're not horrible. They're just bad.
And another good option, Kirk Cousins. They play the Falcons. They are the literally the worst team against the quarterback. So they're your quarterback's best friend.
Yep.
They allow the most points in all opposing quarterbacks.
Running backs. We both agree on Alexander Madison. Dalvin Cook's going to be out, as we were mentioned 2 days ago, and Madison just is a replica.
He's a poor man's Dalvin Cook, and in all honesty, he could easily get you 20 points this week. I don't think they're going to miss a beat. Not that they're playing well, but it's not gonna. You're not going to even know the difference. If you were able to pick him up, or if you had him already, congratulations. Like we said, we don't expect this to be long. This week only, really, because the next week for them is a bye. So I believe the week after that.
He's going to have 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And so Alexander Madison right now is projected as the 8th highest projected total for running backs this week in a PPR league. So start him. Don't even question it.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. I'm playing against him.
Let it go.
Sucks, but is what it is. Oh my God! I just realized Sam is the replacement, bro. He has Mike Davis. He has Alexander Madison. There's the backups. Anyways, and they're balling for him. So
Receivers.
I'm gonna go Chase Claypool. Most of the starting receivers have already been taken, so at this point for a bye week filler, you're looking for
Someone who's available that you could have grabbed.
Yeah, so I would say the number one option would be Chase Claypool. I do think he's probably gonna moving forward. He's probably gonna be their number two option. He's and maybe at some point he could even become their number one option. But as it stands now, Juju is still their number one, and I like Juju a lot. I also do like Claypool. He's got that 6'4" big frame that I like. We've spoken about it before, so I think he's a good starter.
So another player I do like is Christian Kirk of Arizona. They're playing against the Cowboys, which have no secondary right now. I do look for Mike McCarthy to run the ball more with Dalton under the center, which will take off more time from time possession, which would lead to less offensive plays for the Cardinals. But I like Christian Kirk. Last year, the last six games of the season, he started lighting it up. I look for him to now begin something close to what he was doing.
And one more, Preston Williams for the Dolphins. Again, they're playing the Jets. Jets are
They're 20th.
bad. They're
20th
bad.
on defense. Against the Pats.
They're bad overall, and honestly, Fitzpatrick has been lighting up. So look for it to be a good game for both Parker and Williams.
Yep.
Like I said, Parker's more than likely already taken everywhere. Preston Williams is not. So if he's available and you need a bye week fill-in, that's a good option.
Yes, sir. I know some people have been talking about for tight ends. This is not the one I'm going to get to. I'm just going to lead up to it. I know people have been saying Jimmy Graham and is a good person to get. I know Cameron Brate has been picked up by a couple people. Those are good guys, but Bonos and I will both agree that
Robert Tonyan
is the guy you should
Bob
look for.
Tonyan. Baby Kittle. I honestly, I'm very high on him. I like him a lot. I watched the game. I really loved what I was watching. I know, anybody that scores 3 touchdowns, you love them. But he did a good job. Aaron Rodgers talked him up a lot, so I actually do see him becoming a very good pass option for them moving forward. Similar to how, what's his name? I forgot his first name. Thomas was for the Broncos.
Oh, the guy we had last year. Dolphins had him.
Tight end?
Yeah.
We had him last year?
Yeah, we did. Thomas. I forgot his name.
Jordan Thomas or Josh Thomas, something like that.
We had that guy, but I know what you mean.
Him. So I think he's gonna have a good season. And I'll honestly continue. He might. I totally expect him to be top 5 tight ends by the end of the year.
Moving on to defenses. So this is a little bit of surprise. Bono might not really agree with this, but I think it's someone we should. It's a team. It's a defense that I like, given the matchup. First and foremost, the Dolphins is a good start. If you have the Dolphins against the Jets, oh, I'm sorry, I'm saying yours.
No, go ahead. No, you can go ahead. Doesn't matter.
All right, so Dolphins is a good start against the Jets. Jets just horrendous. Dolphins have been pretty good. They haven't been that bad, and they're starting.
And I think Byron Jones is coming back too.
He played last week.
Oh, so he's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah,
and Xavier is freaking. When he starts getting an interception, they come in bunches. So he's already had back-to-back weeks with interceptions. He's doing what he's paid to do, basically. And Byron is a shutdown corner. He's not going to have interceptions, but he's going to shut it down. The defensive line is getting in. I'm spending too much time on this. This is your pick. My pick is Green Bay Packers. They're projected low on defense right now, but I like the Packers on defense against the Bucs. If the Bucs won't have all their weapons, look for the Packers. They're actually quietly really good on defense. And
they are. They're actually, I think, top 15.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind after having a week off of game planning and seeing how Tampa lost and stuff like that, seeing how the Bears got to him. Obviously, that man named Khalil Mack, but the Packers definitely can get in there, and I wouldn't be surprised if they shut down the Buccaneers to about 13 points. I think it'll be a good game. I hope it is, but I think if the Packers are on and the Bucs are losing, don't have those receivers, I don't think they'll score more than 13.
Kickers, pretty much. I'm just going to name a few that'll be available that are good. Young Hoku from Atlanta is very good, and I really like his name, to be completely honest with you. I think it's a cool name, and I don't know, I just like him. Jason Sanders from the Dolphins. That guy, is he number one? I feel like he's number one. He's out there kicking 27 field goals a game because we can't find the end zone, so they're like, why not? This guy doesn't miss. He hasn't missed a field goal all season. Now that I said that, he's probably going to miss one this week. So I'm sorry. Sanders owners, maybe you don't want to listen.
Gostowski's a good kicker to pick up.
As well.
I always like the kickers that play on a team that are going to always drive down, maybe stall, kick the field goal. That's a Tennessee Titans team. They run the ball. Usually when you're a running team, you go down getting field goals instead of touchdowns. Can never go wrong with that. So I like that.
Also, just because you mentioned him, Gostkowski is also a good option. I think he's going to be a top 10 kicker by the end of the season because of what he said. They get a lot of kicks. So if he's still available, which he is in a lot of leagues, I would actually look to pick him up permanently. He's already had his bye week. So you're not going to need to look for a bye week filler for kicker or anything anymore. He's had it. So that's a good option. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's that time.
Now it's time for the pick'ems.
The pick'ems.
Michael is currently +4. After I went +3 last week, +4 this week. I'm gonna move this chest over here right now because I need to use my typing hands. So, all right, finals. Maybe it's a make or break for you this week.
Let's go. Bring him. Run him off.
Pick'ems: Texans and Titans.
Texans.
Texans.
I'm going Texans.
All right, I gotta type this in. I'm going Titans. Bengals and Colts.
I'm going Colts.
All right.
And you are?
I'm sorry. I'm going Colts as well.
No, thank you.
Falcons and Vikings.
There's people yelling. Distracting. Falcons and Vikings.
I'm going Vikings.
I'm going to go Falcons.
Oh, man.
Just because you said Vikings.
All
In
right.
all honesty, it's a Dumpsville battle, so it could literally go either way.
Broncos and Patriots.
I'm going Patriots. He wrote me down. He's a smart man.
I'm going Patriots as well. Washington and Giants. I'm going Washington. This is a bad game.
This is a good bad game, yeah. I want to say Giants, but I'm going to say Washington only because the Alex Smith story, I believe he's starting again. I think it would just be poetic for him to finally get a W. It was forced to start last week against like one of the better teams, the Rams, so wasn't a good return to football for him.
No.
But I think this is a good opportunity for him.
Washington, okay.
I think I'm going Washington for that reason.
In the Meadowlands, we're both going Washington. Ravens and Eagles.
I'm obviously going to go Ravens. I always go Ravens.
Alrighty, I will be going Ravens as well. But the Eagles perform to the level of who they're playing.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles take this upset. And next week, everybody's talking about what's wrong with Lamar Jackson. Something's wrong with Lamar Jackson. They amplify because we've already been talking about it. So we both have the Ravens on that, but watch out for the Eagles upset. Browns and Steelers.
Steelers.
So I also have the Steelers in this one. It's been 17 years since the Browns won in Pittsburgh. They're trending in the right way. I just don't see them winning this game.
I don't think they're at that level yet.
What do we got here? We got the Bears and we got the Panthers. I'm going Panthers in an upset.
I'm going Bears. The Bears defense is very, very good. I do think Panthers have played very, very well, even without CMC. But I also do feel like their luck is going to run out in that regard. I think Mike Davis is going to have a bad game. Just because, I mean...
That's how I feel about the Bears. I feel that the Bears' luck is going to run out.
I feel like that with Mike Davis just because I feel he's bald, dude. He's like, it's like you wouldn't even know that McCaffrey...
He has no hair.
Yeah, sure. You wouldn't even know that McCaffrey hasn't been playing the way he's been playing.
Right now.
So I would...
So you're going Bears, I'm going Panthers.
I'm going Bears.
It could easily be Bears, but
Yeah.
I need something a little different here. I don't want to whoop them too bad. Lions and Jaguars. I got Lions.
I am also going to go with the Lions. I think they are going to win.
All right.
Dolphins, Jets. We're both going Dolphins. Dolphins here.
Packers and Bucks.
I'm going Bucks.
All right, I'm going Pack.
I wouldn't be surprised, obviously, if the Packers win. They're the better team, but at least up to now.
All right.
But I expect, I don't know why.
Literally.
Expect Tom Brady to come out fire.
LA versus San Fran. I got the Rams.
I agree. I have the Rams.
All right. Chiefs and Bills.
I have the Chiefs as well.
How do you know I have the Chiefs? I have the
I'm
Chiefs.
looking at it.
I have the Chiefs as well. And then Cardinals and the boys.
You don't like the boys. I mean, you don't like. I'm surprised you picked the boys. I'm sorry.
I have the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. That was my Super Bowl.
Even prior to that? Even now with Dak?
I'm not gonna change it. Unless we do. We have to do in the middle of the year, week 8. We'll reassess it.
Okay.
But as of right now, I had the Cowboys going to Super Bowl.
I'm going Cardinals.
Cardinals. I'm going Cowboys. That's a Monday night game. It's gonna be a good game. I'm actually happy that the Cardinals are being more primetime games. So those are the pick'ems. We have a couple different ones, about 4 different ones. We'll see what happens.
I could break even. I could go down 8. It could be bad. We'll find out next
Could be
week.
good. I don't know. The Panthers one probably should be a given one. But you never know. Anyways, now we're going to talk a little bit about our fantasy football league. Finals. We have some good games this week. Some good games. Our league, we still do divisions.
Which I prefer.
There's
Just because it's more realistic to me, but some people
There's
don't.
an AFC, there's an NFC. So we are both part of the AFC. It's a 12-man league, and there's 6 of us in the AFC. Banos and I are both in the AFC. So that being said, there's 4 teams at 2 and 3. 4 teams. Banos and I are 2 of those 4 teams. And those 4 teams play each other. 2 of these and 2 of these. Amazing.
So 2 of us are going to go to 3 and 3. 2 of us are going to go to 2 and 4.
And then the 2 top guys,
Play each other.
James and Joel, they play each other.
So
James is 4
one
and
can
1.
go 3 and 3. One can go 3 and 2.
Yeah, so if James beats Joey, Joey goes to 3 and 3, along with 2 other teams that are gonna be 3 and 3, and now there's a 2nd place tie, a 3rd place tie, 4th place tie. That's gonna be good. I do know that I would like it if James falls down to the nether region. And therefore, Joel and James are both 4 and 2, 4 and 2. I sit at 3 and 3, and maybe you sit at 3 and 3. And then we're 1 game out, and we still play all those guys again. That'd be good, right?
I'm projected to lose, but we'll see.
But nonetheless, that's our division, and that's what we think. But the game of the week actually takes place in
The other division.
the NFC.
We are going to say that the game of the week is going to be against the Atlanta Black Knights and the 305 All-Star Ballers.
Now, before you continue,
Yes, go ahead.
let me just rewind 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, these 2 teams were both 3 and 0, sitting on top. Some of the highest scoring teams sitting at 3 and 0, both of them. And fast forward to now, I'll leave it to you.
They are both 3 and 2. They have 2 losses in a row. I project that Marcus and Amanda will win mainly because Kamara is on his bye week for Jose, and that is a big blow to Jose. But I do expect a bounce back game from Lamar Jackson, so maybe he can, bring in some points that he's losing from Kamara. But it's a tall order to ask. So I do believe Marcus will win because of that. Now, regardless of who wins, there's another game in this league between Chris and Chris. AKA Nemo. He is the worst team in our league as it stands now, and he doesn't look very good, to be completely honest. He got hit by the injury bug pretty bad this week, especially. He has Eckler, so that's, on IR, going to be out for a while. He also has Dalvin Cook, and Dalvin Cook is not playing this week, and he was unfortunate to pick up, nobody could pick up Madison. He had been stashed on someone's bench. So it's going to be tough. I pretty much guarantee a win for Chris Thomas. So he's going to bump up to 3 and 3 as well. So whoever loses between Marcus and Jose, I actually project him to probably drop below Chris because Chris is top 2 or top 3 in scoring.
Yeah.
If it's Marcus might stay above because I think Marcus beat him when they went head to head. So if Marcus ends up losing. He could probably say
our
something.
league is, if you're looking at us from a different league, our league's a little different since we do play divisions. The playoffs are based upon division record. So the way the commissioner set up the league was that it's you play your division games 2-2-2, kind of like the NFL. And based on that division record, you are in the playoffs if you have a tiebreaker. It doesn't matter if you scored 1,000 points and the guy against you, the same record, had 800 points. It's not really about points. Unless you guys have the same exact divisional record, it goes by divisional record, then by points, then it'll go by, did I sweep you? Did I beat you 2 times? And then that's when it happens. But nonetheless, I like our picks of the games are good. The Chris's are set. You have Nemo losing to Talamus. Unfortunately, Nemo's projected like 80 points. And this is a PPR league where you should be averaging about 115, 120, which is bad for Nemo. He's just really hurt. He needs to maybe move on from superstars and just bring in some pieces, some fantasy pieces. Yeah, I mean, even if he loses, he drops to 1-5. The two Jose and Marcus are one of them is gonna split that to go to 3-3, and then Chris Talamus, let's say, is 3-3. Nemo will only be still 2 games out.
Yeah, but you also have to think he doesn't have Dalvin this week. He will also not have Dalvin next week,
which is his only superstar right now.
Exactly, so, and he doesn't have his other one in Eckler. It's tough. It's tough.
But you know what? I consider Nemo a very good owner. Some people are still confused by the way he goes around.
He's won 2 Super Bowls.
He's won 2
in 4 years, 3 or 4.
He's been to 3. He's won 2. One of them was against me, and he just won last year. He's the reigning champion. So he finds a way. He finds a way, and I have total faith he'll find a way. I've spoken to him, and he has some good insight. I see what he's trying to do. I may not agree with it, but I understand it. So, that's about it. Jose and Marcus.
Game of the week.
Ours is kind of crazy with all the shifting, moving parts. Everything after this week will fit. And we'll go from there. Finals, you have anything else?
I do not. Deuces.
All right, guys.
Stay safe.
Happy birthday, Goku.
Happy birthday, Goku!
Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll catch you all
Tuesday.
Yes, sir. There's no more Tuesday games.
Pay attention to your lineups with all the COVID crap.
Especially with Gordon. Be careful with that.
Yep.